Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Player Career Mode, and we're going to start off straight away with the league table. And as you can see, we're pretty much bottom. We have 16 points, and we have a mission of trying to get back up, making sure that my team doesn't get relegated. And here we go.
Our camera lens trained on one man. Many think he's leaving the club, but he's in the starting lineup today. Stay with us on EA TV.
So yeah, the game clearly knows that we got linked to a move, and obviously, as you've seen on the previous episode, we actually did confirm that move to Leverkusen. But since we're joining after the window has closed, we still have to finish the season with Stevenage here, and we go on a mission to just try to win as many games as we can. And I was initially going to break this episode up into multiple ones, but since we are already moving, I feel like it was better this episode is just to speed up the months so that the next one is now with gameplay of us being in the Bundesliga and finally being able to play some Champions League since Leverkusen did get at least top 4, top 6. So that's really nice. And here we beat Sheffield 5-0, which is really nice for Stevenage. Gets us closer to avoiding relegation, because that was the main priority, because it was mathematically impossible for us to reach top 6 to get any sort of promotion. So my goal was to just make them avoid relegation and then see if they can hold out on their own. And maybe I can check the table at the end of the season at Leverkusen and see where Stevenage finished on their own to see if see how they're doing, because I don't know if they're getting paid for my transfer.
This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long, and now for the action.
So I don't know if they're getting paid good money for my transfer, but hopefully they are. And yeah, we just move on. This is a game in the next month against first place Brentford, and obviously with me in the team, the entire dynamic changes, and we make sure to score our opportunities and show off to make sure that Leverkusen know that they're buying a player that is good for them and will provide what they need. And yeah, the game ends at a solid 4-0. Because we get a calculated rebound there for my teammate. And after this game, we actually pick up the Player of the Month for April, which is really nice. It shows that my contributions have made a huge impact for the team and have made a huge impact on the league, and I get rewarded for the effort that I've given Stevenage. And yeah, there it is. There is the Player of the Month award, and we move on to the next game.
We simply have to focus on this man. In a rich vein of form and topping the scoring charts. Will he add more today on EA TV?
And yeah, this is the final game of the season. And I think final game of the season, we finally get to move on and start our journey with Leverkusen in the next episode. And here I just wanted to just perform well, score goals. It was the last game ever in the championship, and this goal was kind of nice. The ball never touched the ground and we score a goal. And I think this game ends like 7-8-0, something like that, because Preston, I think at the time were like in 6th or 7th place, and I knew with me and the team that we were going to be able to win very, very comfortably against them. Nice little assist there for me. Obviously, I gotta make sure that I'm showing off that I'm worth the money, because it's a lot of money to bring me into the team. And I have to show that I am worth every single pound, every single dollar, every single cent. I get a nice little rainbow flick goal there. It was unintentional for it to go in. I kind of wanted it to volley it with my left foot because we still need left-footed volleys, but it goes in and we celebrate with the celebration that we had in the very beginning of our career, just to mark that circle of life, I guess. And we finish up next. You'll get to see the table. We actually finished in 12th place, if I recall correctly, and we avoided relegation in a very good spot, 12th place, roughly middle table, so that's good for the team. And now we move on to basically the end of that month. I wanted to see if there was anything else that would come up in the month of May, so I had it recorded. But as you can see, we weren't far off from 11th place, only 1 point behind, but obviously in the position that we were in, it was impossible to get anything higher than that. I had made the calculations and whatnot, and you know, I was kind of hoping we could pull off what we did last season, but with the amount of points they collected on their own, it was impossible. But it would have been nice to have been able to get them promoted if mathematically it was possible, but obviously as we can see now, it wasn't. And well, we got Liverpool winning the Champions League over Manchester City, which is a huge surprise. Griezmann at Juventus is the player of the tournament there. I don't know if we caught a glimpse of the Europa League winners, but as you can see, we're getting a lot of training in just before we move on. Yeah, one of the things I don't like about training is that there's some stats that we can't actually improve, which I feel like we should be able to. Like any single thing that can be measured as a number, we should be able to improve it in a career mode. And the fact that some numbers are just static is kind of sucks. But you know, we personally can't do anything about it in this edition of FIFA. But you know, maybe later it changes and we're able to improve every single aspect of our game. And here we find out the Europa League winners are Hertha Berlin, and St. Max is there, which is crazy to think about. You know, St. Max in real life is cooking, and I'm surprised he's still at Newcastle. But here in career mode, he's moved on to win a trophy in Europa League. Is not something to just scoff at or anything. You know, it's a very important trophy for any footballer in their career. But obviously, the Champions League is one tier above it, which is why we aim for it, because we aim for the stars in this career mode. And with that being said, this is going to be the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one with some Leverkusen gameplay.